Who's the victim and who's guilty of spreading fake news? Senators grill communications officials, including blogger Mocha Uson, on her alleged hand in spreading fake news. With the latest, our senior correspondent David Santos joins us live from the Senate. David, tell us what happened.
Well, Pia, today's hearing started with a search for the administrator behind Silent No More, the shadowy blog site that recently triggered bickering among the senators over the killing of minors in the government's drug war. Then the next 6 hours revolved around one basic question: what is fake news? Where her critics may call her the queen of fake news, but in Wednesday's Senate hearing, Assistant Secretary Mocha Uson pins the blame on mainstream media for being biased against her and the Duterte administration. Now, Opposition Senator Bam Aquino asks Uson if she accords the same fairness to those she attacks in her controversial Facebook account. Now, let's listen into their exchange.
In fact, just the other day, may blog ka sa minority. May isang beses ka bang humingi ng side namin?
Vlogger po ako, hindi po ako journalist.
Mr. Chair,
I refuse to answer that
because?
question.
On the grounds of?
I have the right to refuse that question.
You don't have the right to refuse. You have the right to self-incrimination.
Okay,
so, ibig
I have
sabihin
the
nun,
right
kung mapepermisyo ka, pwede kang hindi sumagot.
I have the right, ano po? I have the right to, against self-incrimination. Pasensya na.
Well, aside from Aquino, Senator Antonio Trillanes is also often a subject of Uson's attacks on Facebook. Trillanes has sued Uson for cyber libel.
Actually, wala na sana akong planong umattend dito kaso na-miss daw ako ni Miss Mocha.
Ang gwapo niyo pala, Senator, sa personal. Hindi po fake news yun, sir.
Uson, RJ Nieto, and other so-called digital influencers invited to the hearing have been at one point accused of spreading fake news. But while most pro-administration digital influencers do not hide their identities, senators pointed out the absence of a certain Kokoy Dayaw from the hearing. Dayaw is alleged to be behind the Silent No More page and 20 other anti-administration pages. Now, senators agree there's the need to put a stop to fake news. But a question stands out. How can Congress legislate a measure on a phenomenon it has yet to understand?
We really have to first define the legal parameters of what fake news is.
Our highest concern, of course, is free expression and press freedom.
Well, Senator Poe is scheduling another hearing and has issued a subpoena for Kokoy Dayaw. She will also be inviting representatives from Facebook and Google not to regulate them, but to understand the process of their operations. Pia.
David Santos there reporting live from the Senate. Well, now that it's possible for almost anyone with access to the internet to publish information online, it's getting harder to tell fake from real news. So to help you, we compiled some tips from the Center for Media Freedom and Responsibility and factcheck.org, a project of the Annenberg Public Policy Center of the University of Pennsylvania. First, consider the source. Fake news sites are designed like legitimate sources. One quick way to check whether it's bogus is to read the About Us or Contact Us pages. They usually will not mention who's behind the site or have an office address or a number. Next, read beyond the headline. Fake news headlines use provocative headlines like clickbait to draw attention. If it's shocking information, read the story before passing it along. Third, check your sources, check whether it is a satirical post or a website. Satires use humor and exaggeration to make fun of ideas or events and are often written as if they're true. Also, check the date. Some false stories aren't completely fake, but are distortions of real events and are therefore misleading. And lastly, check your biases. Experts say bias leads people to believe in information that confirms their beliefs. So the next time you see a post that's about, say, a politician you oppose, take a moment to check it out. Remember to read and be critical of articles online before liking or sharing them on social media. Now let's move on to other news. The Justice Department begins to hear criminal charges filed against those behind the hazing death of Atio Castillo. The Castillo's family wants more names in the charge list. Anjo Alimario reports.
The parents of hazing victim Horacio Atio Castillo skipped attendance in the first preliminary investigation on their son's death so that they could meet with President Duterte. But their lawyer, Lorna Capunan, made it known during the hearing they want UST officials, including Lodi Nilo Divina, named as respondents.
On behalf of the complainant, Mrs. Carmina T. Castillo, we are under instructions to file supplemental affidavit on her behalf against the Dean of the Civil Law School and possibly certain officials of the university.
Capunan cited the Senate investigation on Atio's death.
Based on the Senate hearing investigations, where the senators who conducted the hearings themselves said that there appears to be obviously a cover-up by the Dean of the law school and by the responsible officers of the country.
But Divina says in a statement it's unfortunate that Atio's family is being manipulated by their lawyer to do something that's patently baseless. The objective, he explains, should be to find justice for Atio, but he adds that's not the case. Principal respondent John Paul Solano was ready to submit his sworn statement, but this did not happen due to Capunan's manifestation. His lawyer couldn't hide his frustration.
But you filed your complaint last week, okay? You are supposed to bring all your witnesses to subscribe, and you did not bring the witnesses. We are waiting with all witnesses. We have spent for all those witnesses.
But Capunan didn't like Esmaquel's tone.
We can hear each other very well. It's just 10 feet apart, Your Honor. I have no hearing problem.
The panel of prosecutors gave the Castillo family until October 9th to submit a supplemental complaint and for the Manila Police District to submit additional evidence. All 18 respondents, meanwhile, have until October 24th to answer the charges against them. Anjali Mario, CNN Philippines.
Lawmakers will discuss tomorrow the impeachment complaint against Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. Tomorrow, Thursday, a House panel will convene to hear the case. Our Joyce Ilas tells us more.
Does the complaint against Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno contain sufficient grounds to impeach her? This is the question the House Committee on Justice will discuss and put to vote Thursday. In assessing sufficiency of grounds, House Justice Committee Chair Ray Umali says the committee will consider Sereno's answer to Attorney Larry Gadon's complaint, Gadon's reply to Sereno's answer, and Sereno's rejoinder.
Kasi it's so easy to allege, di ba? Whether or not there is a basis despite all of the allegations.
There are 27 allegations against Sereno grouped into 4 grounds for impeachment: culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust, corruption, and other high crimes. Umali says the committee will identify whether Gadon's allegations support the grounds for impeachment. For example, Gadon claims Sereno violated the Constitution when she failed to truthfully declare her wealth in her assets statement, and allegedly committed corruption when she used public funds to buy a luxury vehicle, among others. Umali says the impeachment complaint will be taken at face value, meaning no evidence will be presented on Thursday yet. Sereno's camp wasn't invited to the hearing. Justice Committee member Kabayan Party List Representative Harry Roque believes the committee will find the grounds in the impeachment complaint sufficient.
Possibly not all grounds, but there will be an impeachment article which will be brought to plenary.
As for Sereno, her lawyers maintain the impeachment complaint is baseless.
There is really no use in having a hearing. In fact, we believe that it would be a waste of public funds.
Should the committee find the complaint sufficient, it will then schedule hearings to determine if there is probable cause to impeach Sereno. At this point, the complainant will be asked to present evidence and witnesses to support the allegations. Joyce Ilas, CNN Philippines.
The Filipina linked to Las Vegas shooter Stephen Paddock has returned to the U.S. from the Philippines. This is a video of the plane she was on. Mary Lou Danley arrived at the Los Angeles International Airport Tuesday night via a Philippine Airlines flight PR-102. The FBI is with her in Los Angeles, where Las Vegas police plan to question her. Danley was again named a person of interest in the shooting investigation. She was in the Philippines during the Sunday night attack that left at least 58 people dead and more than 500 injured. Bureau of Immigration spokesperson Antoinette Mangrobang says Danley arrived in the Philippines from Tokyo, Japan on September 15th. Mangrobang also tells CNN's Nick Robertson the agency has been communicating with federal authorities in the U.S. When asked if Danley left the country on her own or was accompanied by FBI agents, Mangrobang couldn't confirm nor deny. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for your time. I'm Pia Hontiveros. See you again tomorrow for Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines.